It's been 7 months since this takeover saga started, and we've been told that this week is where we're going to find out who this preferred bidder is. Will it be Sheikh Jassim? Will it be Jim Ratcliffe? Well, if Rio Ferdinand is correct, it's going to be Sheikh Jassim, and it will be a successful Qatari takeover of Manchester United. Rio's just released a video. It's just dropped on his 5 channel. I'm going to react to it in this one. I'm going to take a quick look at what he says, because he says that he's coming from a good source, that the Qatari takeover of Manchester United will happen. Now, this is quite significant because it's the first prominent name or face broadcaster, journalist linked with Manchester United who has gone on record to say one side or the other. Everything else that up until this point has been, you know, you don't know, yeah, maybe this side, that side. Everyone's kind of sat on the fence. Not with this. I'm going to run through what Rio Ferdinand had to say and also make a really important point after. Let's run through it, because we've been waiting for something like, listen, Rio is the first person to say. Let's quickly run through what Rio had to say on his channel.
From a Rio Ferdinand and 5 perspective, Man United takeover is imminent. We're hearing the Qatari bid is the one that's taken over. It's the one that's going to be accepted, and it's the one that is going to go through. Hallelujah, man. We can't wait. Please let this happen. Please let it be true, man. Look how long this has gone on for. The Glazers have dug their heels in, and they're going, obviously.
Rio trusts his sources and has now gone on record to say the Qatari takeover of Manchester United is going to happen. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. He, a little bit later in the video, he sort of reaffirms how much he trusts his source. Let me quickly run through that as well.
Fingers crossed this is right. Fingers crossed this information is really, really true, and we can get it going. I've got it from a good source that it is true.
So Rio Ferdinand trusts the source that he has, and that the Qatari takeover of Manchester United is imminent. You can let me know what you think about that in the comments. Now, your first reaction might be, Sam, mate, why are we talking about Rio Ferdinand and what he has to say on the takeover? And I was just reminded by Ronnie, big up Ronnie, by the way, for reminding me about this. You remember this video? You remember that video? You remember the tweet, the little eyeballs, and what happened the next day? That was when Cristiano Ronaldo was, of course, linked with Manchester City, and it was going crazy. It was really going crazy. I remember doing a video on that, thinking about, oh, that was grim. And of course, Rio was absolutely spot on, because Cristiano Ronaldo ended up returning to Manchester United. Could this be a situation where Rio Ferdinand's sources are indeed correct again? Of course, that could be the case. But of course, it might not be. And I'm not here coming with guarantees. I'm here covering the news and reacting to Rio. As I said, it's really interesting the fact that Rio's gone on record here. He's somebody who's working hard to build up his own reputation as a pundit, as a broadcaster. So to sort of nail your colours to the mast here, you could say it's risky, or you could say he really trusts his sources. Now, it's a little bit of both, really. But kind of like Rio said there, I'm just desperate for there to be a conclusion to this. I really am, and I've weighed up the pros and the cons of both. And trust me, there is no perfect scenario here for United. Either side, there are questions that I'm asking. But if Rio is indeed correct, then that is going to be the Qatari takeover. Now, you've seen everything that's happened this week with the crazy market surge that happened off the back of Al Watan, a Qatari newspaper, covering effectively a story. It was really strange. It wasn't on their actual website. The editor's now gone on to sort of say, look, we were just covering international reports rather than having something from inside Qatar. But maybe something's changed. We were told that this week was going to be the week. Matt Lawton from the Times, Mike Keegan from the Daily Mail, they both said that this week was the week. And Rio Ferdinand now has gone on record to say it will be the Qataris and not Jim Ratcliffe who completes the takeover of Manchester United. This could be the seismic week. When this happens, when it's chosen, this is probably the single most important modern moment in Manchester United's history. This is the decision which will define the next 10, 20, we don't know how many years ahead of us. But the Glazers have defined the 18 years that followed them. And I just want a new owner to be chosen. I'm done with the debate about who's better and who's worse and the ins and the outs of it. It's time for United to really move forward. The transfer window opened yesterday. We were told that this was going to be decided by the end of March. And here we are in June, and we still haven't got the announcement. But maybe Rio Ferdinand is indeed correct. And maybe that announcement is coming this week. And maybe it's going to be the Qataris, if Rio Ferdinand's sources are indeed correct. Now, I'm really interested to know what you think about this. You can let me know in the comments below. But Rio Ferdinand, as I said, has gone on record as the first sort of prominent face linked with Manchester United that has gained an element of trust. And we compare that to the Ronaldo situation when he was first to that news ahead of other people. Is he going to be first to the Qatari takeover as well as the Ronaldo story? Because if he is, Rio Ferdinand's got the best sources in the game. Seriously does. You can let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd encourage you to go and watch Rio's full video over on the 5 channel. I'll leave the link to that in the description below. But could we finally be coming to an end? Could we finally be days away, maybe even hours away from getting that announcement from Manchester United that a takeover, a preferred bidder has been chosen? Because an official statement has to come out, by the way. This can't just be done behind the scenes and nothing really happens. Because Manchester United are a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange, they have legal requirements to submit. There's a certain name of a form. I can't remember what it is. But there's a certain, they have to tell the New York Stock Exchange about this preferred bidder, because it will obviously affect the price of the shares. Now, the price of the shares have spiked this week. If it was Jim Ratcliffe, they wouldn't have spiked as much because no one's on the New York Stock Exchange would benefit from that. But look, I'll leave this down to you in the comments now. That's a big update. It's the first person to put their name to it. Rio was right about Ronaldo. Could he be right about Qatar? You let me know what you think in the comments below. And as I said, make sure you watch the full video. But we could be coming to an end.